Get to know Sylvia Brownlee. She's an acne specialist and the founder of her own skincare company called Skin by Brownlee Co. Now available on Target.com. Sylvia Brownlee, welcome to the Chundria Show.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you are doing well. My goodness, I'm so proud of you. I'm just meeting you today, but I'm so proud to read about all of your accomplishments. And so we'll go ahead and get started today. So let's start. A major congrats to you for having your Skin by Brownlee and Company available on Target.com. What or who do you attribute to your personal success?
Thank you so much. Hard work. Hard work it pays off, I would definitely say, and having an amazing support system is key as well. One thing I've learned is you can't do it by yourself, and a team is so necessary.
You're absolutely right about the team. It takes a group effort to be successful, and I'm glad that you see that and you acknowledge, your hard work, and then those around you that have been lifting you up as well. What sets your skincare brand apart from others?
I think the big thing is that experience that I give my clients, whether they are local or anywhere in the world, being that I'm an esthetician, I'm able to guide them and help them to get their skin to be where they want it to be. A lot of my clients deal with acne and hyperpigmentation, which can really affect your self-esteem and confidence. And I personally have dealt with acne, and I know how that makes you feel. And so working with people that are dealing with that and going through that process, it's easy for me to understand the highs and lows that they go through and to be able to just work with them along that process.
You said that you had your own bout with experiencing issues with skincare. Was that the catalyst for creating your own skin line? Were you able to create what you were seeking at that time? Take me back to when you were dealing with your own skincare issues.
Well, I still deal with them even today. Having acne is something you can clear, but you cannot cure. And I think that's the misconception, and a lot of people don't understand. It is a lifestyle change. So it's not just the products that we use, but it's everything we put into our body and what we're exposed to. So I teach my clients a whole lifestyle change. And yes, that is the reason that I started the skincare line, is because I would get products from here and there from different lines. And I wanted to have something where I can pick everything I needed for my clients and I can have that at hand. And so here we are.
Here we are. Look at that. And I can relate because I've been a longtime sufferer of eczema and childhood eczema. And I feel like my eczema worsened as when I got older. So I'm not even sure how. I mean, I know there's cure for it, but how is it worse as an adult than it was when I was 10? Like, I don't understand. So I definitely understand that. And you're right, it is a lifestyle change. You do have to identify, what your triggers are, what flares, things up. And I know the list of things I have to stay away from, or the things, if I have them, I know why I'm having flare up. So you're right, it is a lifestyle change, and it's something you have to be really mindful of, while you have it.
One of the biggest things, I have a skincare app called Skin by Brownlee Co. And so my clients download that and they upload their food diary there. And that allows me to see what they're eating on a daily basis so that we can, like you mentioned, discover their triggers. And then that way we know, like, okay, we're going to stay away from the peanuts and the peanut butter because it does not like us. But if you decide to treat yourself, you know what the consequences are. So you can kind of make that choice on your own once you've known, like, okay, this is a trigger for me. I'm staying away from it.
Very smart, very smart. What are your top 4 products that you have? I know that your brand offers so much. Or what are your top?
So our top 4 products are the ones that are in Target right now on Target.com, and it is the Balancing Cleanser, which is a great cleanser because it's for all skin types. And then our Blemish Chaser, which is that is to treat your acne. So that's going to provide oxygen to the pores, and acne does not like the presence of oxygen. Then we have our lovely Cryo Ball that everybody goes crazy about. And it is a tool to cool the skin, to help reduce inflammation. And then our Hydra Balance Moisturizer, which is lightweight, but hydrating, but it won't clog the pores.
Wow, sounds like a great lineup of products.
Thank you.
Really helpful though too. And what's one ingredient you pride yourself on including in your products?
Oh, that's hard. So the Blemish Chaser, the ingredient there is benzoyl peroxide, but it's a very gentle ingredient. And that's important because it's how you use it. So a lot of people always want to overuse things in thinking that, oh, okay, the more I use, the quicker it's going to work. Not so true. You want to do less is more always. And when you're using that type of product, you want to avoid kind of like the corners of the mouth, the smile lines, and the eye area, and just kind of go on the perimeter of the skin to help with those breakouts.
Awesome. You're helping me. You're giving me tips today. I'm so grateful. And I'm really going to look more into your line as well. This is really phenomenal. What you're doing, because, you know, skincare issues are so far and wide in between. You know, there's so many sufferers out here, especially with, you know, melanated skin. And so I'm
absolutely
really grateful, you know, that you've made this your business, not only because you can relate to every one of your customers. You know?
Absolutely. I think another big thing is that we haven't talked about yet is sunscreen. A lot of African-American women feel, oh, I don't need sunscreen. You know, I have enough melanin. I don't need to cover it up, but we all do need it. And that's what keeps us looking young. If you look at a woman in her 50s that never wore sunscreen versus a woman in her 50s that did, you'll see a big difference. So moving forward, I want all my ladies and men to start wearing sunscreen. And if you're 25 and older, you should be anti-aging. You should be using products that are anti-aging. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, no, not to my 30s and 40s. Not the case. We want to start now.
Okay, that's smart. It's an excellent tip. Let's talk about your humble beginnings. You know, I know you experienced your own bout with skincare issues, with acne and things like that. You know, but when did the light bulb go off that you wanted to be an advocate, you know, for others as a specialist?
Yeah, so I actually went to aesthetic school, cosmetology school, when I was a junior in high school. So back then they had it as a program, a vocational program. So I did my junior and senior year along with my academics, and I graduated and got my license right away. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to be in the beauty industry. So I did a little bit of hair, and I immediately knew it was a no. That was not my thing. I was not great at it. I didn't love doing it. And so then I dabbled in nails a little bit, and it wasn't bad. But when I did skin, it just was that feeling that I'm like, I can make a change. Like I can really do something to help women. And I just fell in love with skincare. And so I did in the beginning. I worked for a pretty large salon, and it was more of the relaxation type facials. It wasn't more of treatments, if you will. As I went on, I realized I wanted to give more. I was like, okay, there's still something missing. And I didn't really know what it was until I started to work for myself. And I kept saying, like, I just want to focus on acne and hyperpigmentation. I just want to focus on acne and hyperpigmentation. And I think just speaking that into existence, honestly, when I first started as an esthetician, I literally did everything. I was doing brows, lashes, waxing, facials, you know, all of it. And I decided, like, I want to specialize in what I want to learn. I want to specialize in acne and hyperpigmentation. And so from there on, I took only classes that related to what I wanted to focus on and business. So if it wasn't acne or hyperpigmentation or business, I wasn't taking it. And that's where my focus landed there. And the more focused I got, the more my business grew.
And look at you now. I'm so proud of you. I can't get over it. Oh man. Okay, so then I'll ask you this. What word of encouragement can you offer any entrepreneurs out there that are working tirelessly to thrive in their businesses during this global pandemic? What word of encouragement can you offer them today?
Learn to pivot. During the shutdown, so the first bout of the pandemic, we had to shut down from March to June here. And in the first couple weeks, you know, you're kind of like, okay, what's going to happen? Or how long are we going to be closed? Oh my God. And I just started I was already doing virtual consultations, but those picked up like big time. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. So I would do virtual consults, and then I would come in and I would still ship out my products to my clients, follow up with them. I started texting them. I started emailing them. Hey, how's your skin doing? Let's jump on a call. Let's do a FaceTime. Here's the Zoom link. And things just worked really well. I didn't really miss a beat during the pandemic, luckily. other than having that face-to-face one-on-one contact that, you know, you always love and seeing your clients and things like that. But it allowed me to stay in touch with them doing the Zooms and the virtual consultations. So one thing I would say is definitely learn to pivot. The other thing I would say is have a plan. If you do not have a plan, someone else will give you theirs for you. People think, oh, well, how about you try this? Or how about you try this? Have a plan and know what you want to do and write it down and stick to it. Journaling helps me so much. I have so many books that I've just written down ideas, goals, and then I go back and look like, oh, that was a good idea. I haven't done that yet. Or, oh, I did that. It worked well. I should go back and do it again. I think that's super important.
Fantastic. I love the journaling. I'm a big advocate for that. And then bringing those things that you want to life, and then also having that refresher, because you're going to have good ideas all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Them. I'm a Google Drive kind of girl. I have a million.
Yes.
Google Drive. Well, what you're doing is absolutely splendid, Sylvia. I want to thank you so much for being my special guest right here on the Chundria Show. If anybody is interested in purchasing your products, getting to know you online, following your journey, what's the best way to do so?
So they can go to the website, which is www.skinbybrownleeco.com, and any of our social media channels is Skin by Brownlee Co.
Fantastic.
Thank you for having me.